Somebody come get 'em, they're too old for TikTok.
Hello and welcome to Too Old for TikTok. This is a very interesting week in TikTok because we have the January 19th ban looming, but we will talk about that, but we will also go about as business as usual. I still maintain that I don't think TikTok is going to go away, but we'll get into that. Catalina, how are you doing?
Starting out strong. I'm extremely unwell, but on the up and up. I also feel as though this could be our penultimate episode, Dina.
I don't think so, though.
You're such a firm. Here's the thing. I do not want to live in Elon Musk's TikTok.
Yeah, I don't want to live in Elon Musk's TikTok either. But the thing about the 19th is we won't be able to update the app. We'll still have the app on our phone. So it will you just can't download it. So
no, it won't. The updates won't work.
The updates won't work, but you'll still have it on your phone.
There was some other video that I watched that was showing there's so many conflicting stories on what's really going to happen.
Well, here's the thing. I think none of it matters because I think that someone will buy it, or I think that it's going to get extended. Like, it's just, I don't think it's going to go away.
Well,
that's it.
Before we dive into that, I guess, should we update on like non-TikTok things or should we just move on?
Let's do that. Yeah.
So
I went to New Orleans.
And I did not.
With Ashley, friend of the pod. We were supposed to go because Catalina was going to be there. But in an unfortunate turn of events, Catalina could not attend her conference. But Ashley and I still went, and we basically ate our way through New Orleans. We did some gambling. We gambled on horses. We went to the casino. And we saw great live music. And I'm sorry to say, we did have a good time, but it would have been even better if you were there.
I know. I also feel like I set a bad precedent for like being like, hey guys, come stay with me at this hotel. And then being like, just kidding.
Just kidding. It's okay. I mean, it gave us an excuse to go away. We were just sad we couldn't spend time with you.
Yeah, I was very sad. And my reasons for not traveling were not very happy, but now at least I've had TikTok to carry me through, right?
Well,
right.
For now.
I actually,
for now,
yeah, that's, I guess, more. And also, I hear the silver lining of all of this is I was so unbelievably ill this weekend in addition to not being able to go to New Orleans. So if I had gone to New Orleans, I might have died.
Yeah, you would have been so unwell. Because it was cold and rainy there too. Like, not a good place to be sick. It's not even like you could just like sit outside in the sun. Like, the weather was terrible.
I have not been doing well.
Yeah.
And so, ooh.
It's funny because Ashley got sick first, like the day after New Year's, and couldn't see you on your birthday. And then I got sick shortly after that. And you got sick shortly after that. So we're just all the three of us following in these terrible footsteps.
And evidently it's not COVID, but it's so similar to COVID, which is why last night at like 1 a.m. I convinced myself I had RSV.
Yeah, I don't think you have that, but it's okay.
I was also like,
it's a virus.
What if we have bird flu?
I don't think we have that either.
But like, what if?
What if? I don't know.
I mean, you did go to a wild animals event, so.
Yes, at the racetrack where we were supposed to see horses. It was Exotic Animal Day, and zonkies raced around the track. Not around the track, for like 100 yards. Now, zonkies are zebras and donkeys. I was convinced like they were just painting donkeys as zebras, but I think they are its own breed of animal. I don't know. It was bizarre, but it was fun.
It's probably
and
not
problematic,
good.
probably. Yeah.
So
we missed the ostrich race, though.
You FaceTimed me during the zonkey race, and I was like, these zonkies are first of all, you told me they were zebras, and I believed you because I was out of my mind.
We were told they were zebras.
I was like, yeah, zebras.
No. At the time, we weren't lying to you because we kept overhearing, like, the zebras are coming out. The zebras are next.
And then upon reflection, I was like, you can't ride a zebra.
By the way, Ashley did debunk, you can ride a zebra. We looked into it. Yeah, so I think you're wrong about that. It's not popular to ride a zebra, but.
All right. Whatever. Let's talk about TikTok.
You have downloaded Red Note. I have not yet.
We need to ease our listeners into Red Note. First and foremost, it's currently people, my algorithm at least, is everyone being like TikTok's going away and having their different reactions to TikTok going away. In fact, your take on like it's not going away is very unpopular, or maybe it's just my algorithm. Mm-hmm. And so it's a lot of like season finale of TikTok compilation videos.
I love those videos.
I'm loving them. I'm also like, wow, I have no life. I know 95% of all of these videos.
These trends, but also if you just listen to our podcasts over the years,
You'll know.
They're all there. We've talked about them all.
It's 2025. TikTok has been a thing for like half a decade. That's kind of wild.
It is wild.
Well, TikTok's been a thing for far longer, but you know, it's been a thing for us for half a decade.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to this later, but there's a lot of content about like saying goodbye to my Chinese spy, because that's the purported reason why the US government has a vested interest in getting rid of this app instead of like all the other tech apps. As you mentioned, this thing called Red Note has risen to prominence and is now #1 in the App Store, and it is what people are deciding is like the where TikTok refugees are going to go, because everyone's like, I'm not going to Instagram Reels. And it's true. Also, I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't even know how to find half these people. I hope the algorithm sends them to me if they
Yes,
go to
I believe
Instagram
that
Reels.
they will.
But we're not going to Instagram Reels. We're not going to Facebook. We're going to the Chinese Communist Party's app, Red Note.
Okay, but so have you perused around in there since downloading it?
Okay, so the first video that I got was actually a couple weeks ago. Or not a couple weeks.
On Red Note or on TikTok?
I got a video on Red Note about Red Note, like before I realized what it was. It was before people were like, we're going to Red Note.
Wait, but you got that video about Red Note on TikTok?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
so
yeah,
I've learned about Red Note.
On Red.
I'm sorry. I learned about Red Note on TikTok. Now people are saying like, go to Red Note. It's an answer for TikTok. So I tried to download it yesterday, and I think it was glitching because I think everyone was trying to download it.
Probably.
Also, and this is what everyone's saying, it's like they're banning this company and now we're directly handing our information to literally the Chinese government.
The Chinese Communist Party. Actually, there's a great video by Jesse J. Bro that speaks to that point.
Red Note being the #1 downloaded app in the App Store right now is probably the funniest thing Americans have done in a long time. That's the funniest option that we possibly could have chosen. Because what do you mean you're going to ban an app because it could possibly be manipulated by a foreign adversary, the CCP, just for your citizens to turn around and download an app that is directly owned and operated by the CCP? That is just so funny to me. What's even funnier, not even 3 scrolls in and I was already getting a Mandarin lesson. In English, they're already teaching us Chinese. And what I find very interesting is the app's population is just Chinese and Americans, right? And I don't think in the history of social media have Chinese and Americans been able to come together on the same platform and just talk. Because it really puts into perspective how much your government tries to make you hate each other and tries to vilify the Chinese people. But when you're able to just read what they're saying and see a comment section from actual Chinese people, oh my gosh, it's just, I don't know, it just puts a new perspective on things, right? These comments, Chinese people have the funniest sense of humor. I would have never known that Chinese people are that funny.
To his point, it is very funny.
And also, I feel so scattered about this because I have so many thoughts. They're also going to ban this shit ASAP, right? I don't know. Anyway, maybe not. So I opened Red Note briefly after I finally got in, and I saw like 2 videos. One was about dumplings, and I was like, yes.
Oh my God, they know you already. Whoa, they definitely know your
saying,
likes and interests are.
Well, and this is a video by Kathleen Linpan where people are saying that the algorithm is just like so good.
As a Chinese Asian American, okay, most of my family still lives back in mainland China. Never in a million years did I think that Americans would make Xiaohongshu trend in the US, Red Note, okay? Second thing being, everyone going to Redno and realizing, oh my gosh, the algorithm is fantastic. Wow, like I scrolled on this for 10 minutes and now I'm basically getting served all English content and all of this. I love the algorithm. This is fantastic. You guys have to remember that China is a country that heavily emphasizes education. Because it's so populated, one of the only ways to really raise your family's social mobility is by getting educated, by being smart, and getting a well-paying job. That is like one of the only methods, which same thing goes when a country like the US, but really in China, education is heavily emphasized. I think it's hilarious that people in the US are starting to finally wake up and realize how behind we are. Because if you really look into China in terms of technology, Huawei phones, even their electric cars, even their apps, their algorithms, you will start to realize that they are far more advanced than our country in terms of all of that.
Have you perused it at all, Dina?
I haven't, but also Kathleen was talking about how the algorithm's good because Chinese people are just more educated than us. So it's like not surprising that their tech is better because they value education more, and people are now realizing just how far behind we are. So Americans be dumb is the moral of the story, basically.
Well, also other people who are Chinese American or Chinese and have been like doing English content on TikTok about this. One guy's video that I watched that I'd shared with you was saying like Red Note is not actually a TikTok replacement. Like there's a video scrolling section, but it's so much more than that. And I think that kind of connects to, well, she's saying like they're smarter or whatever, but how this is like different technology or better technology ostensibly than we have been given yet, because it's kind of like all these different platforms in one. Yeah. Do you know anyone who like knew about Red Note prior to this?
No, I had no idea about it. I'm not on the side of TikTok yet where people are telling me to download Red Note like you are. I'm sure I'll get
Really?
there
It's like all my videos.
Yeah, mine are mostly just like comedy videos about the app ending, which we'll get to, but not about downloading Red Note. Maybe because they know I'm so optimistic that I won't have to because TikTok's going to be there. So
well, also everyone is saying that they're going to learn Chinese on Red Note, but we also have a review from Cameron Gerard on what he thinks about Xiaohongshu.
Girl, I downloaded that little Red Note app, aka Xiaohongshu. Bitch, I'm getting my motherfucking life. I'm living for Xiaohongshu. I love the little comment section with the little memes. I love that the videos are clear as shit. I love the algorithm. Bitch, I only been on there for 15 minutes. It's already giving me what I want to see. Thank you so much. You know me so well. How did you do that so fast? How did you do that so fast? I'm getting my motherfucking life. I'm living for Xiaohongshu. Do I know how to speak Chinese or read Chinese? No, the fuck I don't. But you want to know what I do know? I'm not 80 years old and I have basic social media comprehension skills. The heart equals like, the comment bubble means comment section, the plus equals post. It's not rocket science. Okay? Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Xiaohongshu. This me on Xiaohongshu, aka Red Note, Xiaohongshu. And I just love saying Xiaohongshu. Like, Xiaohongshu, Xiaohongshu, Xiaohongshu. I live. It's so fun.
I absolutely love this video and his pronunciations. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Xiaohongshu?
She says she's not going to try, and then she does. But
okay, sorry.
What I love is so many people are speaking Chinese on TikTok now, and it's so funny. Everyone's like, we're becoming bilingual. Or Mandarin, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everyone who has listened to my voice right now. This is offensive.
It's not bad. You can tell that you're ill for sure, but we can hear you. It's okay.
I need to explore a little bit more on Xiaohongshu. I look forward to learning Mandarin. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, and also there's a beauty product section. So learning about, I'm not on the beauty side of TikTok, but it does interest me, the like skincare in different countries. And like I am starting, since I'm going to Japan, starting to like figure out what to buy in Japan in terms of beauty products. So I would love to know what's popular in China.
Another video that I saw was someone talking about how it's so interesting to see how via Red Note right now, Americans or US Americans and Chinese people are like communicating with each other directly, and how this is kind of a curious forum where we haven't had that sort of like direct cultural dialogue and exchange among citizens.
Yeah, among social media.
On social media. And so that's, I mean, it might be short-lived, but it's kind of fun. And people are saying like the comment section is so funny. People are asking people for homework help because in the comment section on Xiaohongshu, you can, we speak Mandarin now. You can, wait, what does Xiao mean? Because xiaolong bao is also xiao.
Oh. And xiaolong
I'm
bao
Googling
is
it.
a soup dumpling.
Yeah. Xiao in English. It means small, young, mournful, dawn, noise. Oh,
it
Little
means a
Red
lot of
Book.
things.
Little Red Book. That makes sense.
Oh, there you go.
It's
Great
also
connection.
Mao's
You
Little
are-
Red Book.
Right. You are learning Mandarin.
Yeah. So
Wow.
exciting. People were saying you can use images in the comment section. So that's why like people like Chinese kids are like asking for homework help from the Americans.
Did I do this problem correctly?
Yes,
That's great.
So good.
So I'm not going to download Redbook, but until maybe next week, we'll see what happens.
I think it's
with
called
the TikTok ban.
Wait, also we can
Oh, it's Red Note.
Red
Why do
Note.
I keep calling it Redbook?
I think I
but
called
it's
it Red.
Note.
It's because it's based on Mao's Little Red Book, which is Mao Zedong's. It's like you know what Mao's Little Red Book is?
No.
Mao's Little Red Book is a little book of aphorisms from oh my God, I can't speak right now. The Chinese communist leader Mao Zedong. Someone I knew had a Mao's Little Red Book in their bathroom once. I remember like reading through. It's just sayings.
Okay, but the app is called Red Note.
Because it's based on Mao's
on
Little
the
Red
Little
Book.
Red Book.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. So
So it's-
time you were taking a shit and you were reading that.
Exactly.
It's good
Or
to know.
peeing. But it also is funny, again, because we're going from TikTok being accused to being Chinese propaganda to people literally downloading Chinese propaganda. And I love it. I watch Chinese propaganda on YouTube all the time. I think it's awesome. I love learning. The end. I'm a scholar of culture.
I was going to get into the videos you and Ivan were showing me on New Year's Eve.
Oh, where it's like
the
homesteading. I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah. Those weren't for me. What were you showing me? They were stuffing
It's like a
cow's
long
stomach.
Yeah, she's always stuffing things. She's great. I love her. Diane Chu. She does like homesteading content. I love her.
In China.
She's
and
like
it's-
the Nara Smith of China.
Wow. Okay, let's move on. We will come back even more to TikTok. We must speak about the best thing to happen to TikTok in a while also is Heidi and Spencer.
Wow.
Now, we have to talk about, yes, the devastation that the LA fires caused, which is really just truly awful. So anyone in California who's listening, I hope you're doing okay. But really the light in all of this is Heidi and Spencer Pratt coming out on top. So they're stars from The Hills. They post on TikTok all the time, but since losing their house, they lost their house and everything. They post like 1 million times a day. And I think Spencer gained 700,000 followers in like 4 days. Like he hit 1 million followers and he's very funny about it. He goes, didn't know it would take losing my house to gain 1 million followers. And he calls out his past haters all the time. So there's a video about him being a rich celebrity now when people used to call him poor.
You know, one of my favorite things about my house burning down ever since 2010 when The Hills was canceled, everyone's social media and Google I've ever read about myself is I'm a broke nobody. But then it takes all of our possessions in our house burning down. And now in all my comment section, everyone's just like, what are you crying about? You're a rich celebrity. My gosh, what a rebrand. Please, everyone update my Google alerts. That celebrity net worth thing that said I've been worth like $1,000 for the last 15 years. Please update that because, you know, I'm enjoying now being called a rich celebrity. So thank you to everyone in the comment section that says, who cares? You lost everything. You're a rich celebrity. You know, I'm almost at a minute, so sorry I have to sit here because I'm a rich celebrity. I need to get 50 cents from TikToks from the Creator Fund. Okay, a minute. Rich celebrity, see you in a few minutes.
Today, when I open my app, I see in succession Brody Jenner, then Kristen Cavallari, and then Flavor Flav, all posting to Heidi's song. So the whole thing is everyone's making Heidi's music become number one. It's number one now. And she's posting today. We're recording on Tuesday. She's in the studio making more music right now.
Right. Well, the idea is he is speaking explicitly about how, well, with the time that I have, I'm going to make as much money right now on TikTok to be able to rebuild my home that burned down in the fires. And so one of those ways was by making Heidi's music go to number one in this like viral campaign that worked. Diplo posted about it. Whitney Port from The Hills also posted about it.
Yeah, everyone from the Hills. And the song is called I'll Do It. Here's it sped up. Her music is fun.
Yeah,
I like
mean,
it.
It's like whatever. It's like when Paris Hilton makes music. It's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not saying she's like a good singer. It's just like pop.
It's a
And
pop.
it's kind of like silly pop. I've been a Spencer Pratt fan for a really long time, actually, because my friend in Austin, Nat, was really into him. Now I'm trying to wonder, was this pre-TikTok?
Was it because of he started a crystal business?
Well, it was
so
because he was
like,
obsessed,
really
with
obsessed
crystals, and he was always
yeah.
posting about crystals. But where would he must have been posting
On Instagram.
Was it
He
on-
could have been posting on Instagram, and then he posted on TikTok a lot about the crystals.
I don't remember, but for Nat's birthday one year, we bought him a cameo from Spencer Pratt.
Oh my God, that was, you got a bargain because his price now is probably skyrocketing.
Well, that cameo was one of the best cameos ever. He spoke for a minute and a half.
I need to see it immediately.
I don't
Can
know
you
where
send
it
to me?
is. I have to ask my friends. Maybe Nat. I don't know where to track it down, but I'll track it down. And then I was thinking about this last night, and I was like, I wonder if he knew Nat was like a 30-year-old man.
It didn't matter. Spencer was getting paid.
Yeah.
Also, Spencer supported Mandy Moore in a video today because Mandy Moore is getting hate because she posted a GoFundMe campaign. So everyone's saying, you know, you're a celebrity. Why are you posting the GoFundMe? Go fund it yourself, basically. But Spencer came to her defense and said she's one of the nicest people and leave her alone. And if you don't, like, I'm going to block you, because he blocks everyone. That's also his thing. Bethany Frankel also came out with a video saying, like, I supported Spencer Pratt from the beginning and I love how he's getting famous. So everyone's rallying.
I'm just going to say, I've been a longtime Spencer Pratt fan. He only gets better. And then
True.
someone was posting clips. Obviously, these are like cherry pick clips. And you can speak a little bit to this as someone who works in reality TV and knows about like the edit on reality TV. But someone was posting clips of, I think it was The Hills, of like the girls being really mean to, what's her name? Heidi. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we were all haters, but I think they got a very bad edit. Like, we're not
Spencer
saying
and
these
Heidi?
people, yeah, we're not saying
No, I think also
they got the
Spencer,
villain edit.
Spencer has talked about how he knew he would be like stay on the show for being a villain. So like at some points, like he's even mean to his wife when Heidi and Spencer are married, but he knew he had to create good TV. So he's really just like a good actor. It's strategic, exactly.
Yeah.
And he cares a lot about money, so he wants to stay on the show. And also, they're trying to get a new show. I think someone was saying that Hulu's talking to him. Like, they will have a show for sure.
Well,
like,
the other thing I remember was when Heidi got like 7. They were all on all the tabloids. It was like she got 19 plastic surgeries.
Oh, I
or something
remember
like
that time because it was when plastic surgery was more taboo and people didn't really talk about it so many years ago. So it was really, I remember thinking like that, it's insane because she changed the whole way she looked and it was
Right.
not very popular at that time.
And I don't
she
think-
was so young
Did
too.
she look? I kind of want to look up the like before and after pictures.
She was a pretty girl. That's the thing too. She was really fine looking. So everyone's like, why are you changing so drastically?
I think it was that she got just like giant fake boobs mostly, and then her nose.
And yeah, sure, she got a facelift. Like she went on camera shortly after and she spoke about it all.
She almost died.
Would she get an infection after the surgery or something?
The Hills star had 10 cosmetic procedures at once. Okay, I said 17. Ahead of the show's final season in 2010. She was only 23 and she got a chin reduction, liposuction, breast augmentation, brow lift, rhinoplasty revision, facial fat injections, and autoplasty, ear pinning. Ooh.
That's a lot. Yeah, at once. That's a lot of people do those all, but maybe not at the same time. And especially a 23-year-old. I think that was like
Yikes.
one of the first times we saw that happen.
That just doesn't sound like good medical practice.
No, it doesn't.
Well,
Anyway, good for them. They lost their house, which is terrible, but out of a bad thing, they're rising up and they're coming out on top. And
yeah.
it's this great cultural moment for them.
And it might all go away.
They got to get on Red Note.
Well, yeah. Get Spencer Pratt on Red Note.
They're gonna get a reality show, and Heidi will have more #1 hits since she's in the studio. Moving on, my For You page has been filled with more of the spy videos since TikTok is maybe going away. So the first one is from the point of view of the Chinese spy speaking by Yan Zhao.
Hello guys, this is your Chinese spy speaking. I want to post this video before it's too late. I guess we are not going to see each other again in the future. That's why I have something to say. It is a great honor to spy on you for the last few years. I wish you all have a great life in the future. Now is something personal. Laura from California, you shouldn't drink that much Coca-Cola. It is bad for your health. And also Peter from New York, Mama loves you. You shouldn't treat her like that, okay? And Stephanie from Texas, don't send your nude picture to the guy called Marvin. He's a fuck boy. He's talking to other girls as well. Nice tits, by the way. I think that's all I have to say. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Shao. Another Shao.
Another, so that means it's little, right? We decided.
It could be little. It could be other stuff too.
Okay. And then a really popular video going viral by Gabriella Rose Music is just the back of her. She's packing a bag and walking away. And it says, me, because I'd rather move to China than Instagram Reels. And that is how I feel.
Seriously.
我们今生注定是沧桑，苦之来要笑着走过呀。
Another one that has the same sentiment is by Adri Rising.
And just to be clear, in case this is my last 2 weeks on this app, I will fly to Beijing in basic economy on Spirit Airlines. And I will hand Xi Jinping a sticky note with my social security number written on it before I ever use Instagram Reels.
I agree, because at first when I was on TikTok, everyone said, oh, like the Chinese government spying on you, like you're giving away all your information. Like, I'll give my social security number also. I'm like really bad about that stuff. I'm like, what do I have to hide?
Same. It's like, what do you want to know?
What do you want to know?
I guess financial information. Something funny, when we were in Argentina, there's a taxi app called Didi. Do you remember Didi?
Yeah, of course I do.
And that is a Chinese taxi app. And so I shared it with my family, and one of my family members, an extended family member, texted me and was like, did you know this is a Chinese app? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, basically like, I don't want to download this because this is a Chinese app and they're going to steal my information. And I was like, well, I don't give a whatever. What are they going to know? Where you went on a cab? I don't know. Maybe we're stupid, but like the US government is tracking us in so many ways. They have our faces. They have our fingerprints. Like, whatever.
That's my sentiment exactly. But
maybe I should be more concerned.
Exactly. Maybe we should be more careful. But as for now, I'd rather be on TikTok than care about that stuff. Moving on, Catalina, what's been on your For You page?
Well, my For You page is almost exclusively goodbye TikTok content and Bad Bunny's new album.
I'm getting some of Bad Bunny's new album too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you think you're getting it because I sent it to you?
No. Before you sent it to me, I was getting the song.
You can tell.
The famous song.
The Nueva York. The like.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you can tell that there's like that he's doing like a huge PR push or like a huge social media push. So the album came out on the 5th as a Three Kings Day present or Three Kings Day Eve present to the fans. It's getting really good reception. As a lapsed Bad Bunny fan, I lapsed kind of in the Kendall Jenner era, and I think a lot of people did. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't really listen to his last album that much, but I've been giving his new album a listen, and people are really into it. He also announced that he's doing a residency in Puerto Rico.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And
also, I'm sorry to interrupt, but now it does kind of sound like you're dying.
Should I start over?
No.
I don't know if I can do this.
It's okay. You're trying real hard. You look fine. You don't sound fine.
I'm
but
so
it's fine.
sorry.
Continue on. Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Okay, so when I saw that he was announcing this residency, my first reaction was, what? This is kind of like goes directly against what a lot of his work as an artist and kind of an activist as well is about. And I would say the Kendall Jenner era really contradicted the way he's positioned himself as a Latin American activist, which is why people were sort of cooled on him.
I also think it's because of a hatred towards the Kardashians.
No, for sure. But like he's
too,
someone who has always had a certain positionality when it comes to where he's from and his identity, and not changing and not speaking in English and not doing this and that, and to align himself. We talked about this on the podcast, like to align himself with the Kardashian Jenners is like kind of wild. And so people were really taken aback by that. It also coincided with, there was like some phone throwing incident with a fan, and there was some incident where he was basically like, I care about Puerto Rico, I don't care about anyone else. There were just like isolated cases where he was getting bad PR. He's been on the down in that way, at least with certain people, and now he's on the up and up. Because this album is completely going back to this, like,
his roots
in terms of his advocacy when it comes to Puerto Rico, when it comes to talking about their role as a essentially colony of the United States, when he's talking about tourism and gentrification. And so when I saw that he was doing a residency in Puerto Rico, I was like, this is going to do exactly the opposite of what he wants, because people are going to just buy these tickets from abroad and go. But then I read like 2 sentences longer and learned that what they're trying to do is at least the first set of dates, so like weeks, like a month at least of dates, or maybe 2 months, are exclusive to residents of Puerto Rico.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think that's fabulous.
But not all the dates are exclusive, because I went online and signed up for the pre-sale.
Right, because he needs to make money
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
Like, he's going to make so much money from, not overseas, but like, other parts besides
I mean,
Puerto
it's
Rico.
overseas.
Yep.
There are
it
seas.
is over the seas, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of what I'm getting is, well, this is, you can play this audio, it's in Spanish, but whatever. It's a Crispy Chillin' Zero.
Mira, cabrón. Baboni probó una gringa y regresó más latino que nunca.
And basically he says he tried a gringa and came back more Latino than ever, which is the commentary on him kind of going back to the Un Verano Sin Ti era, which was the album before his last album, which I gotta say, didn't listen to, so could have been really good, but I was just kind of over it for a minute. So the title track of the album, the name of the album is I Should Have Taken More Photos, Debí Tirar Más Fotos. And this one, well, not this one, but several creators are doing, because it's all about like nostalgia and those who are around you. And
I didn't realize that was what the song was about, but I saw that trend, and it's basically a lot of people posting pictures, and usually in 3 at a time, to the beat of the song.
And it's usually of like deceased family members.
I didn't get that part of it.
So it's actually like
That's
a very
sad.
sad
That's
trend.
really sad.
Yeah.
But sweet, I
So
guess.
it's very sweet because it's like people's grandparents or parents or whatever.
Aww.
Yeah, I have to swipe past those videos. I'm like, I'm not
so
here for that.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, great. It's a really good song. And then the opening track, oh my God, my voice.
The opening track.
Who speaks like that? Who's the like comedian who speaks
Kim
like that?
Kardashian.
No, there's a comedian.
Oh, that reminds me of the TikTok creator who's like,
Kim Kardashian.
Oh, Michaela.
yeah.
No, Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh, he's deceased.
Well, I
unfortunately.
sound like Gilbert Godfrey. Anyway, Nueva York, which is Nueva York. So in Puerto Rico, they switch the R and the L, which is why I sound like an idiot when I try to speak that way. That song begins with a sample of a song that was originally performed by this group called El Gran Combo de Puerto Rico. And people are like, there's a trend where people are having their parents listen to the song and react, and their parents will be like, ugh, like, I don't like Bad Bunny, and then they'll be like salsa dancing. I've also seen like babies dancing. I was going to find content to share with you, and all of it was like really lame. Like it was like babies dancing, and I was like, this isn't our brand.
That's okay. But yeah, I'm liking the music that is become viral on TikTok from his new album.
Yeah, so one person who did that was Eunice Jimenez. So yeah, I'm liking the album. I have a really hard time with deciphering the albums. I always like look up the lyrics. I remember with the Un Verano Sin Ti that I was really into that album. When I used to be like driving all the time, I would put on the karaoke version of it and like sing along. I cannot sing fast in English or Spanish. And so I'm gonna have to do some studying if I want to memorize the lyrics to this album. It's gonna be tough for me. I'm
terrible at lyrics, no matter what they are.
I'm awful at lyrics. I don't know
so
them.
Bad at
I just
lyrics.
really don't know them. Taylor Swift lyrics, when people go to the concerts and know all the words, I'm like, there's like 100 words in that song.
Yeah. You know, I was disappointed and saddened that Beyonce did not announce her announcement on January 14th, but I do understand she postponed it because of the fires in LA and used her platform to garner donations for it, which I get, but I'm still really sad about it. And she didn't even tell us when she's going to announce it again, like in the future. So I don't know when it's coming.
Well, it'll be here. It'll come.
Yeah, but I do know a lot of lyrics for Beyonce music.
Oh,
that's about it.
You know what? I know Third Eye Blind lyrics.
Random. Okay.
Well, I'm in Connecticut right now, and I listen to the radio, and they're always playing Third Eye Blind.
Weird.
And that I know.
All right, moving on to learning on TikTok. This is a joke. It's not actually learning, but I love this video because it's such a parody. It's by Mr. Burgies, and he says, "Life tip alert. You can also take eggs out of the carton and tape them to the top of the fridge to save space there. This was actually my roommate's idea." And the video is him just duct taping eggs to the top of his fridge, which is like the most ridiculous thing, but I find it so amusing.
This is Dina content.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know what? Rest in peace, TikTok. So enjoy it while it's here.
Enjoy my little laughs where I can get them. And last but not least, me and Ashley discussed frozen popcorn last week.
Yes.
So the update from Ashley is that it was very good. So I do want to try it.
And that reminded me that thank you, Ashley, friend of the pod, for substituting for me. And maybe you should have substituted for me today as well.
It's okay.
But I wanted to contribute some of my Big Back stories. And I did know what Big Back was because I get that content, I guess, already. My one very salient story is a time in college when I went to St. Mark's Place, where you can get like 2 pieces of pizza for $1 or a piece of pizza for $1. Or maybe it doesn't matter.
Was it dollar slices?
I think it was dollar slices.
They're not dollars anymore, but yeah, there was dollar pizza.
And I got pizza, and I was eating the pizza, and as I was still eating the pizza, I walked into the McDonald's on 3rd Avenue and waited in line and ordered like a full quarter pounder meal, but I became embarrassed as I was in line, and I put my pizza crust in my purse.
You would put it in your purse, but that reminds me that I think it was my 32nd birthday, when we were in Times Square, we went and got McDonald's, and then we went to Taco Bell, and as we were waiting for Taco Bell, we ate our McDonald's. Once a Big Back, always a Big Back.
And you know what? We were complimented by people inside that Taco Bell for doing what we did. Yeah. So think ahead.
Did you have another Big Back story you wanted to add?
I guess all my Big Back stories are either McDonald's or pizza, because one was when I went to Pizza Rodízio in Brazil, which is like meat. Rodízio is like when they go around and like offering you, like when you go to Fogo de Chão, but it's with pizza. And I ate 13 slices.
You've told that story on the podcast before.
Oh my God, yeah, wait. That's how we got canceled.
Almost, yeah. On our TikTok about that.
And then my last one is another McDonald's time. I went to McDonald's at 4 a.m. dressed as Dora the Explorer on Halloween, and I waited by myself for 30 minutes and ordered an Angus 3rd pounder meal.
Oh, I didn't know they don't have that anymore.
No, I think that was discontinued.
Yeah, oh my God. That doesn't have a ring as a double quarter pounder. But thank you for sharing. I'm glad you're back, even though you're severely unwell. And hopefully we have TikTok. I'm optimistic. And hopefully, we'll be back next week. Thanks for listening.
Or not.
We got to get to our 200th episode. We're at 197.
We'll just have to do 3, remember episodes.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.